Hello and welcome, Miracle Manifestors. My name's Nikki Davis from Towards Health, and I'm here to teach you about manifesting. So I thought the best way of telling you how to manifest and giving you a little bit of an example would be how I manifested something for myself. And one of the things that I managed to manifest for myself last year was a smartphone. I manifested it for R1000. So what did I do? I did a couple of things. And you should be doing all of these yourself too. The first thing is I got clear. I got clear exactly what it was that I needed. I didn't necessarily know the exact brand that I wanted, but I went onto Google and I looked at what was available, what was there, what could I find. I looked at pictures so that I could get an idea of what sort of one did I want. Did I want a pink one? Did I want a white one? Did I want a black one? Did I want a purple one? Did I want one that had this type of screen? Did I want one that had a clock with a clock face? What sort of thing did I want, and what sort of features did I want? So I got clear, and one of the ways to get clear is to do research. Look on Google, whatever it is that you're manifesting. Ask people, look in shop windows, go out into nature, take pictures, go look through magazines. Whatever works for you, whatever is a way for you to get clear, because you might not be manifesting a cell phone. You might be manifesting a holiday or a career or a relationship or a book or something completely different. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, the process is the same. The first step is to get clear. What is it that you're wanting to manifest? You don't need to worry about the how or anything else. The very first thing is to be clear. What do you want to manifest? And then the next thing is imagine, what does it feel like? What does it feel like to have this thing that you're manifesting? And is there any criteria? Because be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. One of the things I knew if I manifested my cell phone was, and if I got it, chances are, how could I possibly be forced to get a cell phone? It could maybe get broken. I could lose it, or it could get stolen. And I didn't want to go through that stress. So that helped me get clear on a criteria that I wanted to manifest my new phone in addition to my old phone. I didn't want anything to happen to this. Then the next thing was I didn't want to pay that much for it. I knew smartphones cost a lot of money, and I didn't really want to pay a lot for it. So I had a criteria of R1000. I wanted to manifest it, but I wanted to get it for R1000. Now, I don't know about you, but I was pretty sure that there weren't many good cell phones out there for R1000, but that's what I wanted to do. And the last criteria that I had for mine was I wanted to manifest it by July. And this was May. I had 2 months to manifest my cell phone. You don't always have to have a deadline. I had a deadline because at the time, I just finished my dream mapping and goal setting facilitators training in May. And I was all excited and enthusiastic, and I wanted to get on with it, and so was everybody else. And everybody was WhatsApping between each other, of sort of asking questions, sharing advice, all sorts of things. But I was missing out because I just had this Nokia phone that SMS'd and phoned. I had no WhatsApp. I wanted WhatsApp. So I wanted to be a part of it. And I was going away on holiday in June. So I wanted to manifest my new smartphone by the time I got back from holiday, which was July. So I did all the things that you will be doing on this manifesting group. all the things which I needed in order to get clear, and I went off on my holiday. And the manifesting process began while I was on holiday. It was towards the end of the holiday, and my partner and we were in Greece, and we would just been touring around. We'd hired a car, and we'd spent the day going to all sorts of places. We'd been to a number of different beaches and a number of different historical sites and other sites around. And we got home very late at night, parked the car a very long way away from the hotel. And when we got back to the hotel that night, I suddenly realized, I don't have my cell phone. Where's my cell phone? It's gone. Where is it? We searched everywhere. It wasn't there. We brought piles of bags with us so that we could just have one trip from the car because it was so far away. I didn't know what had happened to my cell phone. And neither of us really wanted to go back to the car. And I probably didn't want to because I didn't want to see, okay, it's not in the car, now what? So throughout the night, I remembered my manifesting tools that I need to use. And I kept the focus. I kept focusing on where it was that I was heading. Reality was bringing me something else that I didn't want. Now my phone's gone. I wanted my phone. I didn't want my phone to get stolen or be lost. It looks like it's being lost. I've been to so many places in a foreign country. What are the chances of me finding it? So I kept clear on where I was going. And I reminded myself, and I reminded the universe, that I'm manifesting my new phone in addition to my old phone. And I did that throughout the night. And the next morning, when we went to the car and we searched through the car, and there was no sign of my cell phone, I still kept clear on that end goal. I'm manifesting my new phone in addition to my old phone. It was quite clear to me the manifesting process had begun because now I've lost my cell phone. So now I'm going to be forced to go and get another phone. And I'm going to get a smartphone if I'm going to get a new phone. But I kept the vision. I kept the focus that it's in addition. So what did we do? We spent the day with my lovely patient partner and went back to all those same sites which we'd been to before. We went back to the beaches, we went back to all the different sites, we went back to the restaurants, and we asked everybody, have you seen a cell phone? Have you seen a cell phone? Knocked on doors, people who probably hadn't even been there the day before. And nobody had seen it. And we went and we'd come, once we had been to every single place we'd been to before, we were at the last beach. Searched the entire beach, and I went into reception and asked, has anybody handed in a phone? Please, can you tell me if anybody has handed in a phone? And she said no, and I asked her, is there anywhere else that I can ask? And she said no, because there's a restaurant here and there's all these other places, they'll all bring it here. So if it's not here, it's not going to be anywhere. And I begged and pleaded for her to look, but there was nothing. So I went back to the beach, and by this point, my partner had decided to go for a run. I combed the beach. I did everything short of putting on a snorkel and going under the waves and searching through the sand to see if it was somewhere out to sea. Couldn't find it anywhere. I went to the restaurant there and asked them, even though I knew then it would be go back to reception. No sign of it. And have you ever had that feeling? You know that feeling when you are about to leave the house or you're leaving your car and you feel like you've left something behind. You know that feeling that you get? You don't know what it is, but there's something missing. Well, I had a feeling sort of like that, and I couldn't get it out of my mind. I'd had it from the night before. There was something about this beach, and I clearly remembered as we left it the day before, I'd turned around to check that we hadn't left anything behind, and we hadn't, and we walked off. But there was something that was pulling me. So I searched everywhere in the beach, nothing. I was waiting for my partner to come back from his run. So it's a last-ditch attempt. I walked back to reception, thinking in my mind, I'm manifesting a phone in addition to my old phone. And as I walked into reception, the receptionist saw me and came out after me saying, I've been looking for you. Just after you came in, someone came and handed me your cell phone. And there she had it. She gave it to me, my cell phone in the pouch that I keep it in. There it was, intact in front of me. I'd got my cell phone back. What are the chances? But I'd got it back. I hadn't got my new phone, but I'd got my old phone. So I was so happy and I was so grateful and I was so determined to manifest this new phone for 1,000 Rand. So I continued to do the work, or should I say play? It's fun. Looking to see at what it is that you want, practicing how it feels. And I got home from my holiday when I wanted to manifest my phone and my phone hadn't manifested. That's okay. I still continued to do it. I still continued to do the work. I even managed to find a friend who had a very old, probably the first smartphones that came out with a cracked screen that she lent me. So I got to feel what it felt like to own a smartphone. What did it feel like to be on WhatsApp? I got to be on WhatsApp because she helped me set it up. It wasn't ideal because it wasn't the type of phone I'd been looking for, but it helped me practice. It helped me practice what it feels like to have it. And I could get clear that these features I don't need. This isn't on there. I need it to have this. So it helped me get even clearer on what I wanted with this one. And then a little while later, while I was on my email, my boss had resigned a couple of months before, and her emails had been put on my emails while there was a transition from her to the new manager. And she had bought many months ago a Windows cell phone through Orange. And she obviously got all the marketing data that I saw from time to time. And not long after I got back from the holiday, one caught my eye and I opened it. And there was an advertisement for a cell phone, for a smartphone, for 1,500 Rand. Okay, not 1,000 Rand, but still 1,500 Rand. 1,500 Rand to me, I don't know about you, but to me sounded like a very good deal. But I still didn't know that much about cell phones. So I forwarded it to both my boss and a couple of other people to say, like, is this a good deal or is this just like a really dumb cell phone that they're trying to sell? Because I didn't want to go and spend 1,500 Rand and get a cell phone that wasn't quite what I was looking for. My boss didn't get back to me, but the other people did that I'd sent it to. And they said, yes, it looks like a good deal. So I went into Orange to go and get the phone, and there was one left, the last one. And as at the time, my partner was also struggling with his cell phone. He had the same phone. He had the exact same phone as I did. But whereas I wanted a new phone, my work phone worked perfectly. His phone was dying. The back had come off. The battery was sort of falling out, and in order for it to use, you have to sort of hold it. So he was in need of a phone. I just wanted one. He was desperate need. So we went through and we got the last phone and I gave it to him, which was fine because I'm manifesting. I was clear. I'm manifesting one for 1,000 Rand. This is 1,500 Rand. I'm not having scarcity mentality. The first one that comes to me, I'm grabbing because maybe there's not another one. I'm letting the universe know, this is great, thank you, but it's not what I ordered. Passing it on. And I continued to do the work. And you know what happened next? You can guess. A few days later, my boss did reply to that email that I sent. She'd been traveling and she'd been busy, so she hadn't been able to get back to me. And yes, that was a good deal, go for it. However, she wasn't sure if I was aware, but her Windows phone that she absolutely loved and worked so well for her, she was getting an upgrade and selling her old phone. So would I like to buy it from her for 1,000 Rand? And so that's what I got, I got my boss's old phone for 1,000 Rand. Less than a year old. There's more to the story than that. So she wanted to sell it. It had gone back to the factory and it was pretty much as new. She gave it to me with all the packaging, the instructions, everything. It was as new. Brought to me with a protective cover on it to protect the screen because she'd arranged for that to happen already. Other than that, as new from the factory with a bit of a bonus with this protector. How awesome is that? For 1,000 Rand. That's how I manifested my smartphone for 1,000 Rand. In 3 months, I think it was August that I got it. I wanted it by July. It was a month late. I'm not too worried about that. So what would you want to manifest? I would love to know. Please share. Let us know what it is that you want to manifest. Get clear. The first step is get clear exactly what it is. Don't worry about the hows or anything else. The very first step is all you need to worry about is get clear. What does it look like? What will it feel like when you've got it? Is there any way of practicing? If you see someone who has what you want, you see someone's going on a holiday to Mauritius, you want to go to Mauritius. Imagine how they would feel. Do the research as if you're about to book a trip to Mauritius. Get clear on the hotel that you want to stay at, the view that you want. We've got such brilliant technology with Google. You can get pictures. You can find out stories that people who've been to Mauritius, what they've done. Or whatever it is that you want to manifest. So the very first step is get clear. Second step, like with me, is imagine what it feels like when you've got it and say you're forced to have got it. What are the possibilities that could happen? As I said at the beginning, be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. If you're wanting a couple of days off work, you might get sick. If you want to manifest a phone or a car, they may get stolen or broken or lost. So is there a criteria that is important? Is it in addition to something that you've already got? Is there a criteria in the price? Get clear on what criteria is important. That's number one. The second step is to practice feeling it. Just really practice. How would it feel if it were true? You managed to get to go on that holiday. While you're doing the research, imagine feeling, how does it feel? How does it feel if you've really got it? How do you feel now you've got, like, that holiday is coming? Get excited. How does it feel when you're on the holiday, when you come back from the holiday? Whatever it is, imagine. Practice that feeling. And the very important thing, number 3, to remember. Remember with my phone, I didn't give up when it got lost. I didn't give up or grab the first one that came along. Keep that clarity in mind. Keep that focus in mind, what it is that you're getting. What is it important? I'm going to Mauritius. And a holiday opportunity comes for you to go for a weekend away to the Cedarburg. You can still take it, but still remind the universe, this isn't the holiday. I'm manifesting a holiday to Mauritius. Keep clear in the end result. If things look like you're totally off course, don't look at what's coming back at you from the universe, that now something completely different is going. You wanted to go to Mauritius and now, like, you're broke or your bank's empty. There's no way you're going to go to Mauritius. You've got no money. You're going to Mauritius. Keep clear on your end result. Doesn't matter what comes in your face. Doesn't matter what it looks like in reality. What looks like in reality is temporary. The problem that most people do is that they see reality and then they start focusing on reality and they get more of reality. If you want reality, that's great. But if you want something different to reality, use what's coming at you that's not working for you as an excuse to get clearer on what it is that you do want to, and then focus on what you want. So hopefully you're a little bit more clear on how to go about manifesting now. And if you're not, that's fine, because you can ask questions. The group is here to support you. Just let us know below what it is you're manifesting. That is the first step. What are you looking to manifest? And the rest of it, we will all help and support you and guide you towards your manifestation. Thank you for listening and happy manifesting.